Hey everyone, it's Megan. I am here back again to talk about our newest craft for today. It's our burlap pumpkin craft. I'm ready to celebrate fall and put out some fall decorations and also enjoy some fall weather, and I'm guessing you probably are too. So I'm going to show you how to make this really cute and easy craft next, so follow along. Packet, you are going to find two pieces of burlap. We've got an orange and a neutral color burlap. We've got some elastic rubber bands, two different kinds of colored jute, some iron-on glue that we're going to use to hold our burlap together. We have multicolored different types of leaves and foil, and then some stuffing. So I'll show you how to use all these to make our pumpkins. The first thing we're going to do is take our strip. It's called Heat and Bond strip. It's the longer one for the orange. And we're going to place it on one side of the short seam of the burlap. So we're going to bond the two sides together just to make a seam really without sewing. So what you're going to do, you'll need an iron for this. Once your iron is ready to go, we're just going to start ironing this adhesive down. You're going to want to hold it for a little while, at least 10 or 20 seconds, just so it bonds to the bottom piece of fabric. And then once that seam's glued, you are going to take off the tape part. See, I didn't do it long enough. You do need to do it for about 30 seconds or so. Just hold it there until the bottom glue portion is stuck to the burlap, and then we can take the tape off. Once you have the one side down, you can then fold your burlap in half and then go over it again with the iron. I'm going to say you could just hold it down for about 30 seconds or so to make sure it really gets stuck together. And I do want to emphasize letting it cool before you try to pull it apart to test it, because letting it cool is the key to making sure that it's stuck. And then you should have a pretty strong bond there. If you're having trouble with that, you can always use a hot glue gun too, if you have that, just as a second option. And we'll do the same process on our beige burlap, with just ironing on the one side, letting that cool, and then peeling off the tape part or the fabric part, and then folding over and ironing again. Okay, once we've got our fabric secured on one end to make a seam here, so we've got sort of a sleeve, then we're going to take one of our pieces of string that is already tied together for you. We're just going to place it right inside of this sleeve, kind of in the middle. And from there, we're going to gather the bottom end, and some is going to be sticking out of the top, but you're going to secure this bottom with one of the elastic bands. Just tying the bottom, just like that. And from there, you can pull it through. So it's going to be right side out for our pumpkin. And so we have our pumpkin shape where we can start stuffing. And you can basically just start putting your stuffing into your pumpkin shape. And from there, you can see we have a round pumpkin shape. And we've got these strings of jute hanging out the bottom. And what we're going to do with those is we're going to pull them up. There's 6 of them. We're going to pull them up like that, which is going to create the indent parts of the pumpkin to really give it that pumpkin shape. And once you have it all kind of tied up in your hand, at the top should have enough material to tie another elastic band around the top. And you are gonna have those extra strings sticking up there as well. And once you have your pumpkin shaped kind of the way you want it, you can sort of just, I like to sort of squish it down on top to make it look a little more like a pumpkin would. We've got our green string that we can use for our pumpkin stem. And we can just start here at the bottom and just start wrapping around. And we can wrap all the way around up to the top of this. And you can trim off if there's extra material as well that's sticking out of there. You sort of wrap up as much as you want. Then you can just wrap it back down the stem, covering up that elastic band too as well as you can. There at the bottom. And you can just give it a tuck it in or tie it to one of your other strands, and you can trim this little extra fabric off there at the top. It's our cute little pumpkin. And we are almost done. So now we've got these strands sticking out. I like to just glue them. If you have white glue around, any kind of glue will really work to just get the strand wet, and then we're going to wrap a pencil around it and hold it for a few minutes. And I put the foil that was included in your packet over the top of the pumpkin with these edges sticking out here. It looks like we're giving this pumpkin a dye job, but this is just to protect the rest of the pumpkin from the glue. And then I've just got some regular Elmer's white glue here, and I'm just going to get this kind of saturated with glue, and then we're just going to wrap the pencil around it and let that sit for about 10 minutes for each one. If you don't want them all curly, you don't have to do them all, or you can just snip a couple off, whatever works for you. And at the same time as we are doing this with the string, we can also just poke a little hole. I did it with scissors. I just cut a little hole into our leaves, and we can put those on as well before or after we curl them. It really doesn't matter, because once they're curled, they'll be pretty stiff where you can, once it's dry, you can put the leaf on it. And let it set. And that's it. You are done. That's how easy it was to make these super cute fall pumpkins. So thanks again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed crafting these pumpkins, and I hope you enjoyed them. And I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.